head women's soccer coach Ross Paule. Coach, very tough opening weekend. You want to give us a little recap of the two games?
Yeah, I mean, two very tough opponents. We knew that coming into it, and first game, great game all around. It was very competitive. I thought we did well with our attitude, our energy, and really had great stretches throughout the game, and uh, came out with a tie. Honestly, could have gone either way. I think we had some chances to win the game, and they did too, but. Um, it's one of those games that was a big challenge coming into a very good opponent, but we're playing at home and we wanted to put the effort to win. Got a good tie. Walked away with a lot of positives out of that game of things that we can really build on. Going into Sunday, we always know it's difficult playing that close to the next game, and Mizzou is another very good team. It was an interesting game. It was a game where I felt like we beat ourselves, but credit to Mizzou because they took advantage of it. And so, there was just a lot of things within the game where we never really caught our rhythm. We we kind of gave it to them a little bit and gave them the momentum. But still looking at the game as a learning and growing experience of there are positives throughout that game, but just not consistent. And there are things that we will take forward and be better from it.
Playing two, athletic, quick, transition-oriented sides in a Thursday Sunday turnaround. Um, what kind of a grind does that do to help your team kind of understand how to sustain levels? I guess you know what I mean, like where there isn't dramatic drop off because
Yeah.
that Thursday Sunday is basically how you play the season out.
Absolutely, it's learning through it, and when you play top opponents, there is no mental break. There is no taking a play off because you will be punished, and to me, that's the way the game should be played. The way we want to play, we want to be very aware, in tune, and gain back momentum. And you're right, Mizzou is a big time transition team, and they will hurt you in the transition, and that's where I think we beat ourselves. We ended up giving away the ball too cheaply. There were moments where we have excellent players that can play out of pressure and keep the ball and move the ball at a better rhythm, and it just wasn't. It didn't happen, and it was one of those games, but. Definitely worked hard. Definitely saw some good things, but definitely a lot of things where when we play Thursday, Sunday, the rest of the year, we're going to have to find ways to not drop our level that far.
You mentioned seeing a lot of good things against Nebraska. What were some of those things that you liked that you saw from the team?
Oh, absolutely! It was the duels. I mean, and throughout the game, we were in tune to all the duels throughout the game, and in transition, we did very well of keeping the ball, breaking pressure, and taking over the momentum with spacing. They're a very very dangerous team too, and you have to really be in tune to keeping the ball in key moments of the game. And um, overall, there were a lot of very good performances in our team against Nebraska, and in turn, they were really connected together within their performances. Against Mizzou, it was kind of individual. There were some good performances out there, but we weren't connected enough, and I think that was the biggest difference. Is we just never really connected as a team, and we are a team that has to.
Do you think this St. Louis side you're about to face is could be the best team you play all year, considering how good of a season they had last year and how much of that talent they bring back?
I think they will be. Yeah, I truly do, and they're playing at home.
Mm.
It's going to be another big challenge for us, but it's a challenge that I'm confident in our team that we can put together an effort to get a result there. We're not going in being scared of them. We got to believe in ourselves. We got to grow. And, I mean, in the end, we should go out and try to play our game, but within mind that it's going to be key in those transition moments because they are a very good team all around, and they've proven it. They have a lot of experience now, and so I take this as another challenge for us to grow, but go into it as what an opportunity to go in and put ourselves and our stamp on the game and try to control moments and bigger moments of the game and create opportunities and make life difficult on them too. I love these games. I think when you come off a very tough weekend, some highs, some lows, we can't get too high, too low. We got to just focus on what we can do better, and that's the massive focus for us right now. Is today, what are we going to do, and then how are we going to prepare for this next game?
Any more questions?
I guess, the idea of scheduling in this manner can be, there's a scary side of it if you get kind of overwhelmed.
Yep.
If the performances stack against you.
Mm-hmm.
What's the exciting part of it? I guess, do you sense that the players are taking on the challenge, that they are eager to see where they stack up and not necessarily letting that fear sink in?
Yeah, I do, and the bottom line is we got to walk into each game and believe in what we're doing, and how we do it, and it doesn't just happen on game day. We're not going to have a great season from one win or one loss, but obviously the risk is losing multiple games in a row, and how do you respond to that? I'm not worried about this group, and from that aspect, I think we got better from what just happened against Mizzou, and we're going to go into this game and put together a better performance overall, and we want to come out with a win, and we're going to learn, from that game too. And it's a long season, and we want to be learning now, not at the end of the season when we play those top teams again. So it's it is a big challenge, and it's a good question, but I think we have a group that has the character, the mentality, not to get too high, too low, but strive for better and strive for wins no matter what happened the game before.